How's it going?
I'm going to turn this light down because that's really bright.
Oh, much better. Look at that.
Hey everyone.
Hi guys.
What is up?
Welcome. Live at 5 on Thursday. It is January 28th.
It is. It's the Ryan and Caitlin show today.
It is. And we have a very special guest today.
We do have a very special guest.
We have Miss Sarah Stiles, who you may have seen recently on Broadway in her Tony-nominated performance in Hand to God. And she has a few cabarets coming up, so we're going to talk about that. But first, we have some news to get through.
Yeah, just a few, and then we'll get to the fun stuff.
Yeah. So a handful of Broadway casting announcements today.
Yeah.
So Sandy Duncan, who
was the original, not the original Peter Pan.
Mary Margaret, so Sandy Duncan played Peter Pan in the '79 revival.
Nice.
Peter Pan at the L'Enfant Theater. She's going to return there to appear in
Finding Neverland, because there's a beautiful Throwback Thursday kind of connection
flying
there.
Full circle there.
Yeah.
So she's going to take over for Carolee Carmello as Madame du Maurier beginning February 9th. But for fans of Carolee, you don't have to wait too long for her to return because she will be in Tuck Everlasting, and that starts on March 31st.
Yeah. Which I'm super excited about that show because this was one of my favorite books growing up, so I can't wait to see what they've done with it.
Yeah, and it's been circling Broadway for some time.
Yeah.
Recently played Atlanta. A shout out to Tim Federle, who has recently joined and is co-writing the book. So I'm excited to see what's changed and how that's going. Yeah.
Me too.
Also on Broadway, we have Tony nominee Kathryn Erbe, who's going to join Frank Langella for The Father. That's later in March too, starting March 22nd. So you could check the site for that and the full casting announcement. Sarah's coming. We promise.
We promise. We promise.
And then Shakespeare in the Park announced their summer season.
I think this was my favorite news of the day, honestly, because I'm the biggest Shakespeare in the Park fan ever. So I'm so excited. Yeah. So they're doing Taming of the Shrew, and what's really interesting about this is that they're using an all-female cast, which I'm really excited to see how that works and how they do it, because that's a great show to begin with. So add a bunch of women in it and it's going to be even better. So
that's Cush Jumbo.
Cush Jumbo.
And a Tony winner, Janet McTeer, an Oscar nominee. And so that's being directed by Phillida Lloyd, who directed Mamma Mia. And she's also directed a bunch of all-female Shakespeare productions before. So now we'll be able to see them in the park this summer.
Yeah. And then they're also doing, I never say this correctly. Troilus and Cressida. So that'll be good. That's the second show of the season.
Yeah, and that one hasn't been performed too often. Daniel Sullivan is directing that, and he's done a bunch of stuff at the park before. So there's no casting announcement for that yet, so stay tuned. Some fun videos went up in the past couple days. If you checked into the odds and ends today from Imogen, you could watch the video of Lin-Manuel Miranda from a show called Hamilton.
If you haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
It's really minor.
It's
really
do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so he made what I imagine is one of his lifelong dreams, and he joined the cast of Les Mis for the night as one of, he did a voiceover cameo.
The loud hailer. He's the guy that shouts during the barricade scenes that you don't really see, but you hear him shouting at the revolutionaries.
But it's really funny, and it's a lot of fun, and he cries whenever the little kid dies, which, he is all of us, so that happened. But then we also have some fun... Yeah, hey, someone just said Cate Blanchett.
That was at the Live at
yesterday.
yesterday. So yes, Cate Blanchett will make her Broadway debut later this year in The Present.
Yay!
Which is an adaptation of Chekhov's first play. So we're super excited about that and can't wait to see the full cast for that and when exactly that's going to happen.
Yeah, and so we have two more things that we want to talk about before we bring in the lovely Miss Sarah Stiles. So, first off, Grease Live. We know it's happening. We know it's a thing. We're super pumped about it. We still have our pom-poms over here. But they're doing a fun... we mentioned this before where they're going to be doing a behind-the-scenes kind of video. And we found out they're going to be doing that on Facebook. So we're going to have one TV over here and then a computer here and our phones in our hands. It's just going to be...
Yeah, so it's a whole second screen experience. I don't know if it's going to happen during the actual broadcast or during the commercial breaks, but on Facebook Live they're going to have backstage footage of them running around in the golf carts, the different sound studios and things like that.
So.
And yeah, you will be able to watch it in the UK.
Yay!
Yeah, which we talked about yesterday.
Cool.
And also, look out on the site for those of you who have played along with our scavenger hunts for like the Tonys and Peter Pan Live and The Wiz. We will be doing one for Greece. It's going to be a little different.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different because, mix things up.
But it's going to be crazy fun, and look out for that. I think we're going to tell you the details tomorrow.
Yeah. So look for that tomorrow.
Yeah, and just came in, not on the site yet, so this is a Live at 5 exclusive. But we have some more casting for the Secret Garden concert that's happening coming up. So like Telly Leung, Josh Young, Oscar Williams, Nicki Minaj Daniels, they're joining the previously announced cast of like Cheyenne Jackson, Sydney Lucas, Sierra Boggess, and Ramin.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the Secret Garden. So be on the lookout for that.
Cool. So I'm gonna leave you now.
Without further ado,
you can push me to the side.
Say bye to Caitlin. And please welcome Sarah Stiles.
Woo! Oh, is that real?
It is.
There's so many people here.
How are you, Sarah?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So, how is life post Hand to God?
It's busy.
It is.
Yeah. I'm working on a bunch of things, and we got pilot season, and I'm just I'm memorizing a lot of stuff lately.
So I remember reading that Stephen Boyer, your co-star, when he left, he ended up taking one of his Tyrone puppets with him.
Oh yeah, originally.
He did.
Yeah, well, because he's been doing it since EST.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you walk away with a Jolene of your own, or
I didn't get one.
You didn't?
But I may have had a couple puppets made for this thing that we're gonna talk about later. So puppets are always a part of it.
So let's talk about that. This here, right?
That's it. That's me.
Take a look at this.
Can you see it? I'm naked coming out of some daisies.
As you do.
Yeah.
So tell me, this is a Squirrel Heart having in Joe's Pub on February 8th.
Yep, 9:30.
So tell me, where does the name Squirrel Heart come from? What are we talking about?
It's actually a poem that I wrote.
Okay.
So you're gonna get some of my my writing in this piece, which is super exciting and totally terrifying at the same time. I am equally excited and nervous about
excited
all of it.
And scared, as a former
Ding ding.
Sarah Stiles character may have said, while wearing a red helmet.
He knows all my hits.
So this is your first solo cabaret, right?
Yeah.
So what?
It's funny to call it a solo cabaret though, because it is just me singing, but the people that put it together, I got a whole team of people. Darren Katz directing, Brian Nash musical directing, and Holly Gowandler, who is my collaborator, and so it's really like this big collaborative effort. So it's always weird to call it a solo show, even though it technically is one.
You're the one in the spotlight.
Yeah. I'm the one they throw eggs at.
So what can audiences expect from this? What are they gonna hear?
It's a melting pot of musical genres. So there's not really one particular way I go. I have lots of jazz influence. I have lots of standard musical theater, but I've got Brian Nash as the MD, so really it doesn't matter what song I choose or what I tell you it is. It might sound common, but he's going to turn it on its ass and like totally change it around. So so it's going to be fun. Expect to have a fun and kind of nutty time. Squirrel Heart. Nuts. It's about a girl looking for her nuts. No? Does that not work?
The classic love story.
Okay,
Sorry.
I gotta work on it. I got another week.
And then before that, you have another
the day before.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in a band called Fleischerei with Gary Lucas, and we do Betty Boop music. And Popeye, some of the Popeye cartoons too, from the 20s and 30s. It's all this old jazz music. It's awesome,
right?
Max Fleischer. That's where the name comes from. Fleischerei is the band. But yeah, Gary and I have a duo concert on the 7th at where is it? Do you know where it is?
The Museum of the Moving Image. It's like my backyard. So
I need an assistant. I can't keep it straight.
You have to check out to Queens for that one.
Yeah, you do. And we're also we're doing a jazz festival in March too. So we're booking gigs around here and there. It's really fun. It's super fun music. Yeah, that is very family friendly. The boopy doo.
So back to Squirrel Heart. I hear that you have lots of costume changes and hair going on.
I do. I love clothes, and I couldn't decide, so I'm just gonna wear everything. I'm like a Russian doll. I peel off a layer, and there's a whole.
You just reveal another.
Yeah.
It's like a drag act.
Dude, it's close to it. Yeah. I don't wear that many shoes though. I like bare feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got some
Performer.
options, but yeah, I like to be close to the ground.
And you also can't really do that as seamlessly, like switch.
It's
like,
true.
whatever, yeah.
So I'm wearing combat boots for the first half,
Sure.
as you do with your ball gowns.
Are you guys watching? I'm not seeing comments, so hopefully you guys are still here.
Did everybody leave?
I don't know. It says it's still streaming, and we're getting hearts. So,
Okay,
I mean,
hearts are
yeah,
good.
That's,
Hearts are
that's
good.
very good. That's a good sign.
What do the green hearts mean?
I think people each have their different color heart.
Oh.
So
What
they
would
do
your
like this
color be?
motion. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. I remember I got brown hearts one time when I logged in. Not a pretty sight. No, I wanted like the green, the blue. You know,
Yeah.
that's my color palette.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I hear you.
Just taking in the glory that is Sarah Stiles. You also played the ukulele, right?
Well, I learned
Okay.
for this show, so don't get your hopes up. No, I am gonna play an original song at the end, and that's with the ukulele. Oh my god, because I'm not doing enough things right now. I gotta learn that too. It's a great little instrument, though. How cute is that instrument?
Right?
I gave one to my 4-year-old niece, and she's learning. Anyone
I
can
remember Matthew Morrison also plays the ukulele, and I remember when I talked to him one time, he was telling me that it's actually pronounced ukulele.
Oh yeah, it is.
So every time I say ukulele, I think in my head, no, it's ukulele. But then I never correct myself.
It's like sriracha and sriracha. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Which one is right?
I say sriracha.
I say sriracha too, but I hear a lot of people say sriracha. Does anyone know? Nobody. No. What does that say?
Jolene's daughter.
Oh,
Jolene Puppet Jolene?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm assuming, right? They say they are Jolene's daughter?
Yeah.
Well, that could be any number. She gets around.
Well, I mean, like, she does a lot of,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of that
Things.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
she goes through a lot.
Yeah, she does. She's worn. She's worn well.
I have to tell you, last year,
Mhm.
featured actress in a play was the most stressful category.
Really?
You five were like my top, like 5 of my favorite performances of the year.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
So I remember, like, shortly after you were nominated, you told
Mm-hmm.
us that you would kill to play a badass. sometime.
Yeah,
So where are we on that?
Well,
have you given that some thought?
absolutely.
Okay.
And funny you should bring that up because there is a moment, a very large moment in Squirrel Heart that is dedicated to that
Oh.
very desire. So you'd
Embracing
have
inner
to,
badass.
yeah, embracing my inner badass. I get a pretty good badass moment. But that's I had to write it. See, no one will cast me as a
Well,
badass.
I mean, like, be the change you wish to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Does anyone have any questions for Sarah before we
The blue heart.
say bye? Yeah, there's the blue hearts. I like the blue.
No. Oh, was that brown? No, that kind of looked orange. All right, we're getting too caught up on the heart.
Okay. I think we are going to sign off.
Okay.
So everyone, check out Sarah in Squirrel Heart,
Yes.
February 8th
Please
at Joe's
come.
Pub.
You'll get treats. There'll be treats there.
Oh, okay. How
Oh.
did you get your start? Walk us through the history of Sarah Stiles.
Oh gosh. Well, I fell in love with musical theater when I was young. I guess in I don't know, 10 or 11, I ended up doing a summer program because what ended up happening was every single project in school I turned into a play. Somehow I made like the report that I was supposed to do a performance.
Let me
Yeah.
perform this for you.
This
book
on
report.
math. No, so my teacher was like, "Oh, maybe you should like get her into some acting camp or something." So I got into an acting camp, and then I started doing community theater, and then came to New York right out of high school. Yeah, I mean and then just hit the ground running, and I'm learning every day. You know, like I'm still taking class, and you can never stop that.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta keep going. That's how I started. I mean, I don't know. How much time do we have?
Okay, and so before we go, one thing we like to do is, there are any dream roles out there that you have? Like, consider this your like Broadway version of The Secret. Just throw it out there.
Oh.
So Norm Lewis told us one time years ago
Yeah.
that he would love to play the Phantom, and then it ended up happening.
Oh, wow.
So if there's anything out there that you want to...
Yes. I mean, I really, really want to do Into the Woods again. And I really would love to play the baker's wife or the
Interesting.
witch. I really would love
get a different
to do that.
perspective.
Yeah. I mean, any role in that show. I loved doing Little Red so much. But, yeah, I guess it would be that. I just love that play. I love it.
Or
Isn't
any
it
Sondheim,
good?
really. Just
Yeah. And James Lapine. I love him. I love that whole team. I'd love to do that.
Yes, we got some yes for James Lapine. So on that note, we're gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
So bye, everyone.